Let's take a look at 10 famous athletes who have killed someone. Ray Lewis of the Baltimore Ravens. In 2000, Ray Lewis and his friends were involved in a fight that resulted in the stabbing deaths of 2 people. Lewis made a plea deal to provide testimony against his companions in exchange for prosecutors dropping the murder charges. He was fined $250,000 by the NFL and reached settlements with the victims' families. Henry Ruggs of the Las Vegas Raiders. On November 3, 2021, Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III was driving 156 miles per hour with a blood alcohol content twice the legal limit before his car slammed into the rear of another vehicle that caught flames and burned, killing a 23-year-old woman. Aaron Hernandez of the New England Patriots. Former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was first charged with killing his fiance's sister's boyfriend, Odin Lloyd, in 2013. According to the prosecution, Hernandez and 2 other men picked up Lloyd at his home, drove him to a secluded industrial park, and shot him 6 times. They never presented a possible motive for the murder, nor did they find a murder weapon or any witnesses, yet they were still able to convince a jury that Hernandez had orchestrated the killing. Security video from his home showed Hernandez holding a gun just a few minutes after Lloyd was killed. Hernandez was found dead in his prison cell on April 19, 2017. Phillip Adams. Former NFL player Phillip Adams killed himself on April 8, 2021, after killing 5 people on a shooting rampage in South Carolina. The victims were Dr. Robert Leslie, who had reportedly previously treated Adams and lived near the athlete's parents' home in Rock Hill, Leslie's wife Barbara, their grandchildren Ada and Noah, and a man who had been working at their home. Adams then shot himself with a .45 caliber weapon after hours of police negotiation and a standoff at his parents' home. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson may have been acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman back in 1995, but 2 years later a civil jury found him liable for the wrongful death and battery against Goldman. In 2007, O.J. Simpson was also convicted of armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, burglary, and conspiracy. He was sentenced to 9 to 33 years in prison. Donte Stallworth. In 2009, NFL player Donte Stallworth pleaded guilty to DUI manslaughter charges after hitting a pedestrian with his car. He had played with the New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Redskins, and New Orleans Saints. Josh Brent of the Dallas Cowboys. In 2012, Dallas Cowboys Josh Brent was sentenced to 180 days and 10 years of probation for intoxication manslaughter. His teammate and passenger, Jerry Brown, died after Brent crashed the car they were riding in. The 2 were said to have been like brothers. Oscar Pistorius. In 2013, Blade Runner, as they called him, Oscar Pistorius fatally shot his girlfriend. He claimed that he thought she was a burglar, but was later found guilty of culpable homicide and sentenced to 5 years in jail. Pistorius was released from prison after serving only 1 year in October of 2015. Boxer Emile Griffith. On March 24, 1962, Emile Griffith went 12 rounds against Benny the Kid Paret. The fight ended when Paret went into a coma after being punched 29 consecutive times. He died in the hospital 10 days later. Boxer Jesus Chavez. On September 17, 2005, Jesus Chavez fought Levander Johnson for the IBF crown. The fight was stopped in the 11th round after Johnson received a series of punches from Chavez. He later collapsed in his locker room and was rushed to the hospital. He had emergency surgery and was placed in a drug-induced coma, but Johnson died as a result of his injuries on September 22, 2005. There's many more athletes who have killed someone, but these were the 10 most famous. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.